As you can see, that's the left-hand chimney as viewed from the front garden. I said that you'd probably have black staining running down from that. A little bit of flashing that's missing just here in this corner. But there's very little. What you can see is you can see the light, chink of light coming through there. And there is evidence of water running down here, but not much. It's not black like I predicted it would be. Now, I've looked at the slates from the inside to try and ascertain how they're fixed. And what I can see, under careful examination with a magnet, I did this the other week actually, so I'm not going to do it again, but the nails which are secure in the slates are copper, not galvanised steel. Now that is great news because they will not rot away. There's a point there. That's really good news. The galvanised ones, after 67, 70 years, which I'm guessing is the age of this roof, would start to be rotting away and you'd find a lot of slippage taking place. But not likely with copper fixings. I'm guessing this was originally a council house. Now the council were absolutely red hot on their own buildings. They would have had the clerk of works round constantly, and they would have been checking with the fixings to make sure that they were using the proper copper nails, which are and always have been very expensive, rather than the galvanised ones, which no doubt the builders would have preferred to use if they weren't being supplied with them. So that's good news. The mortar course that's underneath, sorry, the mortar that's put underneath to stop your drafts to a degree has largely fallen away and made a terrible mess in your loft. Frankly, that's really nothing to worry about. You know, just brush it up and throw it away. It will continue to fall until it's all fallen down. I notice you've put polythene up here to stop it falling on your possessions. That's great. It's adequate. It's fine. The only other thing that I notice, which does concern me slightly, but with a reservation, these heavy timbers here, they're called purlins, and they stop the timbers that run down the roof. Those ones there, they're called rafters. Now these are obviously, they're a fair old length. These are about 12 foot long or so, and under current building regulations you're not allowed to go more than 1.5 metres without a support. So you'd put a purlin in to stop them from sagging under the weight of the roof. So that's what this timber's for. Now if we look, you can see it's been spliced there, which is not surprising because this is a big house and it's a very long run. This it's 30 foot, so there's no way you'd get that piece of timber in one run, so it has to be jointed. However, what they haven't done is build a brick support underneath it to support it. Clearly they were able to get away with that in the days when this was built. There's a little timber support there and a little one. Oh no, there isn't. That's resting on the diagonal. If a modern day building inspector seen that, he would have a dicky fit. But it's been like that for 60, 70 years, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It seems fine. If you ever had the roof retiled with concrete tiles as opposed to slate, the weight on the roof would be considerably greater, and that may well become an issue because the weight on the rafters is increased, the tendency for them to bend is increased, and the loads on the purlins is much increased. So if you ever do decide to re-roof and you decide to do it in concrete tiles rather than slate, you must bear in mind that that will have to be revisited at the time. There's another one over here. There, again spliced, and the only supports for it are those little timber uprights, which hopefully go onto walls down below. So that's the end of my report. Nothing too much to worry about there.